Before the alarm clock becomes a jarring interruption or the phone becomes a portal to endless distractions, there is a sacred moment, waking. In Buddhism, this is not just the start of another day. It is the precious opportunity of being alive again. A moment to breathe, to be, to awaken both physically and spiritually. Rather than leaping from bed, a mindful practitioner takes a few deep breaths and gently reminds themselves, I am awake. I have this day. May I live it with compassion and clarity. This is not about adding complexity to your morning. It is about stripping it down. Before even standing, you can place a hand over your heart and recognize the simple miracle of breath. This short pause invites you into presence. It sets a tone of reverence, not just for your practice, but for life itself. From the Buddhist lens, each morning is a new rebirth. Samsara continues, but awareness gives us the rare chance to shift our habitual patterns. The moment your feet touch the floor, do it with intention. Bow slightly, not to a deity, but to the life force itself. You are not merely entering a new day. You are stepping into the possibility of liberation, one moment at a time. In the Buddhist tradition, no act is too small to be sacred. Washing your face, brushing your teeth, or preparing tea, these are not mindless habits, but opportunities to practice presence. Instead of rushing through them on autopilot, you can infuse each gesture with awareness. You're not just cleaning your body, you're purifying your mind. Thich Nhat Hanh often taught that when you wash the dishes, you should only wash the dishes. Feel the water, notice the movement of your hands, breathe with awareness. The same applies to brushing your teeth. Feel the bristles, the coolness of the paste, the rhythm of the strokes. You are not preparing for the day. You are in the day already. Each moment counts. When you make tea, don't multitask. Heat the water with care. Listen to it boil. Watch the steam rise. Smell the leaves as they unfurl. This becomes a form of walking meditation, a dance of mindfulness and gratitude. What was once routine now becomes ritual. From the Buddhist perspective, enlightenment is not found only in temples or on long retreats. It's found in the way you fold your clothes, pour your coffee, or tie your shoes. These rituals ground you in the present, making even the most mundane moments feel like a prayer. Most people walk to get somewhere. In Buddhist practice, walking can be a destination in itself. The slow, deliberate steps of walking meditation invite you to arrive in the present with each movement. You don't need a cushion or a quiet room, just your feet, the earth beneath you, and your breath. As your foot lifts, be aware. As it moves forward, be aware. As it touches down, be aware. You are not walking to the kitchen or the bus stop. You are walking to meet yourself. This kind of walking softens the mind, calms the nervous system, and shifts your entire experience of time. Even in the midst of a busy day, you can weave this practice into your routine. Walking down the hallway at work, through a parking lot, or while waiting in line, all of it can become a sacred pause. Your mind, so often scattered across thoughts and plans, finds a rhythm in your steps. The body becomes your anchor. In Buddhist monasteries, walking meditation is a core daily ritual. But you don't need robes or bells to access its power. Just intention. When you walk with awareness, you walk with the Buddha. You return to your true home, not in space, but in stillness. Step by step, peace arises. The workplace is one of the greatest arenas for practicing the Dharma, not despite its challenges, but because of them. In Buddhism, right speech is not merely about politeness. It is about truthfulness, kindness, and the conscious use of language as a force for peace. When we speak with awareness, we stop contributing to the noise of samsara and start becoming a source of clarity. Before you answer an email, pause. Before you speak in a meeting, breathe. Ask yourself, is what I am about to say true? Is it necessary? Is it beneficial? These simple filters, drawn from the Noble Eightfold Path, can change the entire tone of your professional life. Communication becomes less about ego and more about harmony. Difficult co-workers become mirrors, not enemies. Their words or actions may trigger irritation, but Buddhism teaches us to respond, not react. With mindfulness, we begin to hear not just what is said, but what is beneath what is said. Fear, insecurity, longing for respect. Compassion naturally arises. Even praise can be transformed. Instead of flattery, offer authentic recognition. Let your words uplift rather than impress. Let silence become a powerful tool, too. Sometimes the kindest speech is none at all. In the hustle of deadlines and deliverables, right speech can feel revolutionary. It reconnects you with your intention and your heart, and turns the workplace into a training ground for awakening. In Buddhism, eating is never just about feeding the body. It's a moment to nourish the soul and honor all beings connected to your meal. Whether you're eating alone or with others, lunch becomes a sacred act when approached with full awareness. You begin not with a bite, but with a breath. Before lifting your fork, pause. Observe the colors, textures, and aromas of your food. Reflect, how many hands made this meal possible? Farmers, transporters, grocers, cooks. This simple plate is the fruit of countless labors. Buddhist monks often recite a verse before eating, recognizing the food as a gift and resolving to receive it with mindfulness and gratitude. Eat slowly. Taste each bite. Don't scroll or multitask. Let your chewing be meditative, your swallowing a form of reverence. This practice not only deepens your appreciation, it cultivates compassion. You begin to sense the interconnectedness of all life. You realize that what you eat affects not just you, but the planet and future generations. When irritation or boredom arises during the meal, don't suppress it. Observe it. Bring loving awareness to it. In this way, eating becomes more than consumption. It becomes a mirror of your inner state. With regular practice, lunch is no longer a break from life. It becomes part of your practice, a living expression of the Buddha's teachings in the midst of an ordinary day. Life inevitably presents obstacles: an angry email, a traffic jam, a missed opportunity. The untrained mind reacts automatically, often with frustration, blame, or anxiety. But the Buddhist path offers another way: to respond with awareness rather than react with impulse. This shift begins with mindfulness. When a challenge arises, pause. Feel the body's reaction: tightness in the chest, heat in the face, a racing heartbeat. Don't push it away or judge it. Just notice it. This is the doorway. In Buddhist practice, awareness dissolves reactivity. You create space between stimulus and response, and in that space, freedom is born. The teachings on equanimity, upekkha, guide us here. Challenges are not punishments. They are teachers. They invite us to let go of attachment to comfort and control. Ask yourself, what can this moment teach me? What craving or aversion is being touched? A difficult conversation becomes a chance to practice right intention. A frustrating delay becomes a reminder to breathe. Even failure can be seen through the lens of impermanence. It, too will pass. The goal isn't to feel nothing, but to feel fully without being swept away. Over time, this practice rewires the nervous system. You begin to meet life's storms with steadiness. You stop living at the mercy of outer conditions. Instead, you respond from a place of inner clarity. In this, the Buddha walks with you. As the sun sets and the noise of the day fades, Buddhism invites us into a space of gentle inquiry and release. Evening is not simply the end of the day. It is a sacred threshold, a moment to turn inward and reconnect with the stillness that has been there all along. Before bed, create a quiet moment for reflection. You don't need a shrine or incense, just your breath and your willingness to look within. Ask yourself, where was I mindful today? Where did I lose awareness? What actions came from compassion, and what arose from fear or habit? This is not a time for judgment, but for gentle recognition. Awareness itself is healing. Many Buddhists practice a short metta, loving-kindness meditation at night, offering phrases like, "May I be at peace. May all beings be free from suffering." This softens the heart, clears residual tensions, and prepares the mind for restful sleep. You extend this compassion not only to yourself, but to those who may have challenged you during the day. Letting go is essential. The day is done. Its victories and failures are already past. Clinging to them only binds you to suffering. Buddhism teaches us to release, to surrender to the natural ebb of life. Like autumn leaves falling from a tree, let thoughts, regrets, and plans drift gently away. Sleep becomes not an escape, but a continuation of practice. A surrender into presence, into peace, into the vast silence that carries us through the night. In a world driven by extremes, overwork or avoidance, indulgence or denial, the middle way shines like a quiet path through chaos. Originating from the Buddha's own journey between luxury and deprivation, the middle way offers not moderation for its own sake, but balance rooted in wisdom. Living this way doesn't mean you must renounce your job, smartphone, or ambitions. Instead, it means relating to them skillfully. You can use technology without being consumed by it. You can strive without being enslaved by success. The Buddhist path encourages you to ask, does this lead to peace or to more craving? Each decision in your day, what you consume, how you speak, where you place your attention, becomes a chance to walk this middle path. Not too tight, not too loose. It's about staying centered while everything around you pulls to extremes. Even in daily routines, balance is a radical act. You learn when to say yes and when to say no. You choose rest without guilt, effort without obsession. This equilibrium brings more than just calm, it brings joy. A joy not based on outcomes, but on alignment with the Dharma. In the heart of this balance, your life becomes the teaching. You're not escaping the world, but moving through it with spaciousness and grace. This is the middle way. This is freedom. As the final moments of your day approach, let this reflection settle into your breath. You've walked through your daily life not as an unconscious participant, but as a practitioner, awake, aware, and aligned with something greater than routine. The teachings of the Buddha are not ancient relics for quiet temples. They live in the way you wake up, eat your meals, speak to others, and hold yourself in the face of challenge. They are woven into each breath you take and each choice you make. When mindfulness becomes the thread that runs through your day, even the most ordinary life becomes luminous. Let this practice be simple. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need robes, bells, or mountaintop silence. You just need intention, a willingness to pause, to look, to listen. In Buddhism, transformation doesn't come from dramatic changes, but from quiet constancy, from meeting each moment with your whole heart. So as you lie down tonight, let go of striving. Let go of fixing. Let go of all the identities you've worn throughout the day. Breathe deeply. You've already done the work, just by being present. Trust in the practice. Trust in yourself. In this stillness, you are not alone. The Dharma is here. The breath is here. And so, peace is here too. May you rest in ease. May your path be gentle. May tomorrow greet you with open arms.